Things have been a little full on these past few weeks. In my last video, I talked about how I left the 9-to-5 grind just before turning 40 and moved back to my village in the province. Best decision ever. I've been doing things that feel true to me, things that bring me peace. Simple joys, slow mornings, living close to the land. I love the soft life in the province. After I settled down in the village, I decided to take on short-term contracts and remote work. So when a gig comes up, I pack my bags and head out for a while. Right now, I'm in Port Moresby for a project. And man, Port Moresby is hard. Everything costs an arm and a leg. It's busy, it's loud, and you blink and a whole month's gone. Sometimes I catch myself holding my breath, just trying to get through the day. But after a few months here, I've fallen into a routine. Wake up, go to work, come home, throw together a one-pan meal, then try to squeeze in personal projects when I can, in the mornings, late nights, weekends. And the truth is, I don't love routines. They make me feel like I'm on autopilot, which is exactly what I tried to escape when I left Port Moresby the first time. So last weekend, I decided to do something different. Saturday morning kicked off with a softball game. I joined the team from the company I'm doing the short-term gig with. It's been forever since I played softball, but it was fun. We actually won our first game. And then that night, my dear friend, who was more like a sister, invited me to a gala fundraiser dinner.
Boina Marum, Marmarmak, good evening, and welcome to the 2025 Eastern Region Tourism Gala event.
It was one of those why not moments. I got dressed up a bit, went along with her and her family, had great food, and just soaked it all in. Sunday morning came with a little excitement. I was heading out of Port Moresby. I went on a short work trip to Leh. It was only 2 days, but honestly, it was what I needed. I got picked up early, made it to the airport, and treated myself to a really good beef pie. Simple, but it was one of those perfectly golden pies. Buttery, flaky pastry that crumbled just right with every bite. As I cut into it, warm steam rose up, carrying that rich aroma of slow-cooked beef, onions, and gravy. Every mouthful was comforting, like a warm hug on the inside. It wasn't just food, it was a little pocket of joy wrapped in pastry. I sat there waiting for my flight, feeling surprisingly peaceful. The plane to Leh was on one of those big Boeing 737s they usually use for international flights. So that already made the trip feel a little extra. And of course, when we landed, it was raining. Classic Leh. Rainy Leh lived up to its name. That afternoon, I had a few hours free and spent it with my son, who's studying at university in Leh. I also had a walk around the city. Leh has changed a lot. To be honest, like many towns across Papua New Guinea, including my hometown in Kokopo, it's lost some of its old charm. There's litter everywhere, the buildings are run down. It's far from how I remember it, but even then, there were these small moments of beauty. Familiar smells, friendly faces, old memories. I started Monday with a delicious fruit bowl, sweet pineapples and juicy watermelon, while enjoying a view that stretched out towards Leh's busy coastal trading points. I had breakfast while looking out at the mountain range in the distance, and I felt a wave of familiarity. That view, those mountains, that's how I always remember Leh. It was a packed day at work on Monday as we tried to squeeze in a lot into one day, but we made up for it by cooling off at the Leh International Hotel in the afternoon. In the evening, I had dinner with my colleagues at the yacht club. Fish and chips, cool ocean breeze, and good convo. It was a perfect wind down. This trip reminded me that you don't need a big event or holiday to feel joy. Sometimes it's a sport game with others, or a beef pie at the airport, a rainy afternoon with your child, fish and chips by the sea. And if you're in a busy season like I am, juggling work, kids, life, try to notice those small moments, the ones that make you pause and smile. They're there, even in the chaos. Thanks for watching, and if this reminded you to slow down and breathe a little, I'd love to hear about the small joys you found lately. Share them in the comments below. See you in the next video.